Morning. All of the snow has gone, sadly. There's just a little bit of snow left up on the mountains, but that will be gone by the end of the day because it's a high of 72 today. You'll hear the van running in the background because if you live in a van, you know that power can often be an issue. This may be boring to viewers that don't own a van, but we accidentally killed our batteries yesterday. So we went to Home Depot to try and find a jump pack, you know, the ones that you jump start your car with. So with the van running, I hooked up the lithium jump pack to the lithium batteries, and as soon as I hit the button on the jump pack, everything lit up and we had power again. The only downside is we now have to try and charge the batteries up to 100%, which can sometimes take up to 3 hours of driving to do so, but once they hit 100% they can recalibrate. The van is running this morning because the percentage on our little Victron screen was reading 18%, but it turns out that 18% was just a lie. It hasn't been calibrated yet, so it was actually at 0. So by starting the van up straight away, we managed to stop them from dying again. So if you've been keeping up, a neighbour stopped by a few days ago. He lives down the hill there, and he gave us some pumpkins that he grew himself in the yard. So the plan today is to do some Halloween-y stuff in the van, and part of that is carving those pumpkins. So I actually decided to take a little drive up the mountain to get the RPMs a little higher. I'm keeping it in second gear. Basically, more boring details, but the alternator is belt driven, so the more RPMs you give the engine, the more power you get out of the alternator. So by driving up the mountain and working the van hard to get up there, the batteries will charge quicker and we can get on with our day. So this whole time Nicole's been in the back working, but she finally came up the front to see the view when we got to the top. We only stayed up there for a few minutes and we're heading straight back down again. But we do have more than 30% on our batteries now, so now we can get on with the day. If this isn't getting on with the day already, I mean, this is pretty epic, you know, getting up in the morning and doing this.
The trees look more vibrant as well.
Yeah. Who wants to carve some pumpkins? We need some carving instruments.
I got them.
We have to do the bats as well.
Yes.
Look, we got the bats, that's for decorations, and we got these.
Right, I'll push it through because it's hard to do. Right, now you have to cut all the way around this thing. Try and keep it in one piece, and then that'll be the lid. I'll push it through.
Daddy's cheating.
See-
You're supposed to draw a circle around the top so you keep a straight circle.
Well, I can draw them a circle if you want. You want to draw your circle?
Yeah. No. Look how far I've got.
Looking good.
It keeps coming. Come on, I'm just digging up pumpkin. I'm pulling out a tree.
Hey!
Oh wow, look at all the pumpkins. Are pumpkins healthy for you? Oh yeah.
Yay! Alright, the next thing is to get the scooper and scoop out all the guts.
Ew.
Yeah.
It's gross, but look at all my seeds. Grab lots of seeds. It's so slimy. Look at all the seeds. Is that clean enough?
That's good.
Doing the original happy face.
The original happy face?
Yeah.
Okay. Show me the face. Cool.
I'm already done. Ready to pop them out. Ready?
Okay.
Just find where one of them is. There's an eye. There's an eye. And there's a mouse.
Does he have one tooth?
Yeah. He has a tooth like me.
Yay!
It's Mom. My first eye.
Alright.
Hello.
Nicole is battening down the hatches. We've had to take a half-time break on pumpkin carving so we can get into town before the store closes. But we'll finish the pumpkins when we get back. So we came into town to get some oil filters. I'm going to change the oil on the van. As you can see, the sun's going down. I don't have long to get it done now, but we have planned to go to Lake Havasu City tomorrow.
Day trip!
For no particular reason. Can I just say, that is a really good price for diesel. Those numbers go up a lot slower. So I put in just over 25 gallons and I thought it had a 25-gallon tank.
That's how low we got.
Might have got a bit low on fuel that time. So we just got back to our campsite and we have everything we need to change the oil. It's 7 p.m. Pitch black outside.
I don't know how Adam's gonna do it.
And it's less than 50 degrees. Probably 45 degrees up here. But it needs doing because it's been overdue for a while and we're going to be doing 400 miles tomorrow, so let's get to it.
And I will start dinner now.
Yeah. We'll have ribs and chips when I get done. We're staying on our friend's driveway and they've gone back to Phoenix for the winter. So the power's turned off in the house, we're just on the driveway. And we're in the middle of the woods, so there's not a lot of light out here. hardest part is going to be getting the oil filter out, which is right there. The hardest part about all of this is probably trying to film it. There's so many little processes to changing the oil that you don't think about when you're doing it, but when it comes to filming it, each one of those processes takes 10 times longer than it should. There's a little rubber ring on the end there, and then one around the neck of it. So you have to replace this, which is always easier in the daylight. But thankfully I've done this many times now, so I can do it in the dark. So we change those two little rubber rings. And now this slides on here. And then that slides in here. The last few drops of oil are coming out, so I'll put that plug back in. Pull that full oil pan out of the way. Now for the easy part. Filling her up with fresh oil. 13 quarts of 15W40. Check the dipstick. So I'll now start the engine, let it run for about 30 seconds, and then add some more oil, because once the oil, after you've started the engine, the oil has to work its way through. I just realised it's 40 degrees outside, so I've put a jacket on. It's freezing. We're also in the middle of the forest, and I keep hearing noises out in the trees, but they're not bothering me. This is the part that I was worried I wouldn't be able to do properly in the dark, but I can see pretty well, and it needs quite a lot more oil. So back off with the cap, back in with the funnel, and adding more oil. Almost there. In fact, I know from experience that this van likes to be very slightly low on oil, because when you go on the interstate, the oil level rises and then it throws a sensor. So having it right there is perfect, just below full. So I'm going to stick with that. I can always add more later. It's easier to add it than it is to take it out. So I was under here the other day checking for mice, and I noticed that the coolant was a little bit low, so I'm just going to top that up while I'm under here. And I noticed that the windshield wiper fluid is low, so we're going to add some water to it. I'll just look over the engine one more time before I head inside to eat. My ribs and chips are ready, ribs and fries. I used a few more tools than I thought I would, and made a little bit more of a mess than I thought I would, but not bad for doing it in the pitch black. It is dark out there. Quick scan around, look for Bigfoot. Oh, no, that was a bug. Alright, now I'm freezing cold and I'm hungry, and it's warm in here. It smells good. Boneless barbecue ribs.
Well, it's pork chop, but I slice it like ribs and then put barbecue sauce on it. And it basically tastes like the same thing, and you don't have to work for it.
And homemade fries.
Was it?
It was delicious. I even got extra ribs. It was delicious.
Oh, you enjoyed it too, buddy?
That's what Mom made with the pumpkins. Baked pumpkin seeds that have brown sugar on them.
Brown sugar and butter.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're definitely very, very good.
Pumpkin is finished. Want to show us it?
Yeah. I've got like a smiley face, the normal face with cat ears, so it's a cat. The back has a tail.
So it's a cat pumpkin.
Let me show you this. Let's turn the lights off.
There you go.
Creepy. This is the classic pumpkin, but with 2 teeth.
See it with the lights off. Is that all you gotta say? Very cool. It's been a long day and we have an early start in the morning. We're going to Lake Havasu. So we're gonna go to bed and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.